How to stop them? Genuine question. How do you stop them? How do you stop the best attacks in the Premier League? I've had a rethink today. And you'll see me do this a lot over the course of the season. I might go live on Friday night after Liverpool, Bournemouth. I'll go live after Manchester City beat Wolves. And I'll tell you what I thought at that moment. But you can always rethink things. You can always rewatch matches, watch highlights, listen to other people's opinions and change your mind. I've always believed that's what real adults do. And the only thing I'm left thinking about today, and I wanted to get your views on this, so please leave your comments below. Please hit the like button if you would be so kind, and subscribe. Thank you. It scares me how good Liverpool and Man City are in their attacks. Why does it scare me? They're my club's biggest rivals. I'm a Man United fan, and they're my biggest rivals. And their potency, their venom, their knockout power. I don't know why I slapped my hand into there. It's meant to be that way. Their knockout power, it's concussive. Stone cold concussive. I'm starting with Liverpool because I was going back from my notes here on Friday night. Ekitike just looks out of this world. His touch, his hold-up play, how he brings others into the game is absolutely top class. In every single way, every single shape, every single form, it is top class. He's got the whole package. It's amazing. There's no denying it. There's no lying about it. It's a fact. People are kind of forgetting about Mo Salah a little bit because of the Florian Wirtz signing, because of Ekitike, because of this son of a gun, Alexander Isak, who's going to join. I'm not taking my mind out of that. You may think I'm delusional. You may think I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But he's joining. I have to live in that world. I have to live in a world where it's happened. I have to live in a world where it's done. I have to live in a world where he's already a Liverpool player. Because then I can only be pleasantly surprised if the deal doesn't happen. I can't labor under the illusion, the delusion, the hope that it won't happen. Because when it does, it will sting. It's like rubbing salt and vinegar into a cut on your arm. Oh, salt into the wound. This is already a saying. I don't know why I changed it. How can they be stopped? Bournemouth scored 2 goals against them. Equalised. They still found a way. Now, I'm not stating that Bournemouth are the pinnacle, that Bournemouth are the best team in the league, that Bournemouth should be the benchmark for this. But Liverpool are only going to get better. Kirkes and Frimpong are nowhere near the level they can get to. Gravenberch is going to come back. The likes of Guéhi and Leone's done. Guéhi's probably going to join. And Isak's going to be added to the team. Wirtz hasn't even got started yet. Mo Salah scored, but he hasn't got started yet. They're warming up. They're just revving the engine. I think too many people, I've read too many people already, not writing Liverpool off, but sort of reviewing their game as they conceded 2 goals. They can be got at. They may not win it. Yeah, come on, guys. You're deluding yourselves. The only way they're being stopped is by one of the greatest managerial and team performances ever by Pep and City or Arsenal and Arteta. That's it. None of the views, oh, there's a weakness here, there's a weakness there, that's going to hold them back. They're going to lose too many games here. These guys won't click. They can't work together. All of that is wrong. It's wrong. In my personal opinion, it's wrong. You can't stop them. You can only finish ahead of them. Now, some will say that doesn't make sense, but I believe it can. I don't believe you can slow Liverpool down. The only thing you can do to beat them to the league title is by being faster. Do you get the analogy? And when it comes to Man City, we all know what Haaland is. We know what Haaland is. We know what Mamouche is. The big question was, are they going to have someone that can replace KDB? And I'll tell you how hard KDB is to replace. Every current living Man City fan may never see a midfielder as good, as consistent, and with the output he provided as KDB ever again. Why? Because most clubs that have hugely successful teams rarely replicate it in English football. If you think about this current crop of Liverpool players, barring a smidge of players in the 30 years prior, Gerrard being one of them, you may throw Suarez, you may throw Torres in there. But when it comes to their greatest players, the guys from the 70s and 80s and the players in the last 4 or 5 years all dominate those arguments, barring a handful. And that's 130, 140, 150 years of history. So imagine Liverpool's 70s and 80s era never happened and it was this one. You might go 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years until you see it again. Well, even if it does exist, you still might go that long again. Not because Liverpool aren't well run, not because they're not buying good quality players now, but every time that bar is raised and hit, it's harder for the next group to achieve it. And I think City fans know this. But what they have gone and signed in Reijnders is a special player. And I rewatched the highlights and I rewatched the goals he was involved with. 3 of them, just different types of quality in both. Great skill, great carrying in the first goal. A wonderful death ball. The way he dinked it over the top for Rico Lewis to square to Erling Haaland was out of this world. No fantasy points for that. No goals or GA or output for it. But everyone that watches football knew that was special. His goal was on the opposite foot. His left foot buried it into the far bottom corner from a fairly acute angle. That was a KDB-style goal. Now, KDB scored screamers and the like as well and scored so many sort of low XG goals, half chances, opportunities that you didn't think existed. He scored loads like that. And I think Reijnders could do similar. And then the second goal, his blistering pace. And I don't remember, actually, I know I rewatched it, but was it an underlap? Was it an overlap? Who gives a fuck what lap it was? The way he burst into the box, received the ball and cut it back to Haaland. A perfectly weighted ball that was struck violently with his instep by Haaland and buried. That killed the game off completely. Wolves that had a few moments in the game they were done, they were dead, they were finished, they were buried by that point. And the whole thing just left me personally feeling sobered, concerned, worried. And it leads me to the opening question at the beginning. How can they be stopped, in your opinion? I've already told you mine. I don't think either of these teams will be stopped this year. I don't think, and when I say stopped, I'll contextualize that. I don't think they're losing many games. And if they do, it's only going to be by another team that's in and around or close to their superiority. I think they're barely going to drop points, if any, to the bottom half of the table teams. There's a handful of top half of the table teams away from home that might take draws. But I think you are looking at a season where maybe there's only 2 or 3 defeats. That's my gut feeling on that right now. 2 or 3 defeats, 2 or 3 draws. But they're going to be almost impossible to stop. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I want to get your opinions on this. I need to hear something different to what's going on in my head. Because right now, it sounds horrible. I don't like it. Don't think I'm not saying this about City and Liverpool because I want to praise them. But I have to be fair and honest. I can only speak to you, my subscribers, my followers. And I don't even like saying the word followers. It doesn't like not follow me around anywhere. But you know what I'm saying? I just stop them. Let me know, people. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. And we'll see you all again soon. Peace.